There are more updates on the Tiger Woods story, and Jamie Grubbs has released the voicemail where he is allegedly telling her how she can cover up their affair.
All right, now Jamie Grubbs is it's a perfect name, by the way. Money grubbing,
yeah,
so-and-so, who's decided that her 31-month affair with Tiger Woods needs to be publicized in every way, shape, and form.
Yes.
She's sharing the text, she's sharing his phone calls, etc.
She claims that there are also photos, and if she's already released the text messages and the voicemails, the photos are definitely coming, so...
She's looking to, cash in big time. And look, yesterday on the program, I argued that I would be interested in pursuing something with this woman if I was in Tiger's position. I wouldn't because I'm married, but I understand the urge to, right? And no, that's a different mistress. We'll get to her in a second. And you said she's a skank.
Yeah, she's a total skank.
And I agreed with you. I said nonetheless, right? But now I'm beginning to agree with you even more. Okay, I mean, there's bounds of reason to skankiness, and I think she's about to cross it. JR has some good theories on this too. But first, let's listen to the message that she's released that she says is Tiger Woods.
Hey, it's Tiger. I need you to do me a huge favor. Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you. So if you can, please take your name off that and what do you call it? Just have it as a number on the voicemail. Just have it as your telephone number. That's it. Okay, you gotta do this for me. Huge, quickly. All right, bye.
The part that really annoys me is when he goes, please, quickly. Like, shut the fuck up. And you're such an he's an idiot because you do not leave voicemails to your mistress. You don't take photos with your mistress. You don't leave your mistress dirty text messages, which I'm about to read right now.
Okay, hold up, before you get to dirty text messages. Okay, before you get really dirty on us. Okay, look, what's he supposed to do? He's got to communicate with her somehow.
Okay,
what's he supposed to do? Is it like Morse code?
No, you
no,
call her until she answers the phone, and then you tell her, hey, my wife's going to call you.
Okay, now, the second part of this is like, I know, the quickly was so embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
Get rid of it quickly. The flip side of it is, I feel his pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
His wife's about to call. And if she calls and she picks up the message and it's, hi, this is Jamie Grubbs. Later, I'll be having sex with your husband and then asking for money later through the press. Mm-hmm. Okay, then you're going to have issues, right? So he's like, get on it. Mm-hmm. He's basically pulling what my dad does on every project. You have to do this right away. Okay, right away. And he's right. She does have to do it right away. And she could have the common courtesy to do that. Instead, she's releasing the tapes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now, the other thing that JR had a great point on is, look, she's not the one who's aggrieved. Mm-hmm. She's acting like she's been harmed somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, she's having a grand old time with this, mm-hmm. right? So then she does this terrible thing of releasing the text.
Yeah, and Radar Online has released the text messages that she has released to them. Mm-hmm. And it's a really raunchy text message, so I'll read it to you guys.
We're so bad. I denounce and reject us before you even read this, but go ahead.
Pure raunch. Okay, it says, I will wear you out. This is what Tiger Woods sent to her. I will wear you out. When was the last time you got fucked? And then another message says, send me something naughty. Go to the bathroom and take a picture.
Okay, when was the last time you got fucked? No, it hurt. Probably a couple of minutes ago. So I'm not sure that was the right way to go with that question. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I love guys who say stuff like that. I'm going to wear you out. Well, who's that great pickup artist or whatever, so-called in New York, who's like, I'm going to pound every hole.
Oh, God, I forgot his name.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to go 9 holes on you. Okay, I'm going to do the back 9 for you. Okay, all right, Tiger, bring it down, bring it down. All right, now, look, he's, of course, devastated that all this has come out. Mm-hmm. And I feel terrible for him. You can't tell by the fact that we just read the text and we played the audio of the message for you. And I feel a little bad about that because I'm a bad man and everybody knows it. But what I'm amazed by is he's surprised.
Oh, I know. I'm amazed by that as well. I mean, it's almost as if he doesn't realize that, he's a public figure who has a ton of money and people are greedy. People are going to find ways to exploit his ass. I can't believe that he was dumb enough to leave a trail of his infidelities.
What I can't believe is that he didn't realize it would come out. I mean, look, he says in his statement, so now this leads to a statement where he says, okay, my bad, I did some things that I shouldn't have done regarding my family, and he basically admits to having the affairs. He doesn't say so, literally, right? But it's obvious by voicing his regret for the things he's done and his profuse apology to his family, to anyone else he's hurt. Okay, this isn't about the car accident. Okay, obviously he's saying, yes, I had at least this affair and probably apparently a number of affairs, right? But the part that got me was in the middle where he says, I know that sometimes your privacy is compromised or whatever, but I didn't expect that they would go this far into my privacy.
Yeah.
How could you not expect that? I'm not saying it's right, okay? I mean, you got into a minor car accident, and now we're all up in your business, right? And I don't feel good doing it. I'm doing it anyway. It's my bad, right? But because everybody's doing it. I mean, this is all over the place, right? And I'm not justifying it. But if you think it wasn't going to happen, you're nuts. You're not living in this world. I'm blown away by that.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm not defending him cheating on his wife, but I'm surprised he doesn't know that we're going to get up in his business, right? And everybody's going to do this, right? But we shouldn't. Okay, they should have never released the tapes in the first place. She should have never released the text in the first place. Now it's everywhere, right? But what business is it of ours? I mean, he was in a minor car accident. Why do we have to know what his sex life is? And why, as JR said, why do they have to pull sponsorships? I mean, what business is it of ours?
Because we're curious.
No, I understand our curiosity, right? But what I don't understand is people thinking they're entitled to know what the private life of Tiger Woods and that they're owed an apology. No, his wife is owed an apology. I'm not owed a damn thing by Tiger Woods.
Yeah, if there's pressure, which I don't think there is in this case, like the Kobe Bryant thing, Sprite pulled on him. If there's pressure from Tiger Woods' sponsors to pull on him because of this, there's the same thing. If he's put down as this horrible character and should never be trusted again, what about this chick Jamie Grubbs? Whatever it is that she's trying to get from this, whatever reality TV show, whatever popularity and celebrity she's looking to get, nobody should give it to her. If we're like, oh my God, Tiger Woods, we should be, oh my God, Jamie Grubbs. What's she trying to get from this? And just look at her as an outcast too. If somebody's gonna be an outcast, both of them should be outcasts, which he's not gonna be. But
no, the difference there, JR, is that she's gonna make money from being an outcast, and he's gonna lose money from being an outcast because he already had the money and the position, etc. He can only lose.
Somebody's got to give it to her.
Oh, but all these magazines that have these exclusives, they didn't get them for nothing, okay? And their names in the press and etc. Although we haven't mentioned them because that part I don't want to encourage, like as if us mentioning them is going to make a difference, but nonetheless, And so those are the guys paying them, and they're doing it so they can get a little piece too. And that's how it works. Now look. I kid around about us being bad guys and stuff, but if we didn't tell you this, it's not like you weren't going to find out, right? But I'll tell you what, if Jamie Grubbs came to us and said, oh, man, I got some steamy texts and stuff, you want to pay me for it? I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, you skank. Okay, not because she cheated, okay, I know Anna's got problems with that, but we're all humans, things happen, right? But because you're trying to profit off of somebody else's pain, and share moments that they thought were private and that your skanky ass was planning to, make money off of as soon as you possibly could. That's why.